Renata Sander here from MeetAdvisors.com, and I'm joined with Mark Ladd, CEO and founder of LyteShot. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
So I wanted to first ask you to give us a little bit of background about who you are.
Sure. So I am a architect, a veteran of data visualization. I've been in real estate, but I am now CEO and founder of LyteShot, a new mobile gaming platform.
So can you give us a little bit more about background on LyteShot? What is it? What do you guys do?
So what we've done is leverage the cloud and kind of the fact that now we have really inexpensive sensors to create a platform that leverages people's smartphones to do interactive gaming outside and using augmented reality as part of that. So
can you give me a little bit more background about LyteShot and kind of how does it work?
Sure. So we use a device, what we call the lighter. And if you think of it as kind of a Wiimote, but we kind of think of it a Wii for everywhere.
Okay.
So what we're really trying to do is rethink the idea of mobile gaming in the sense that if you told somebody 10 years ago that they were going to have a phone that was equivalent to a supercomputer power at the time, similar, and now people are using that power to basically just do mobile gaming like Words with Friends, people would be pretty skeptical that you weren't using all of that computing power. So what we're doing is leveraging everything that's going on in your phone in terms of connectivity, using the cloud, using cameras for a whole array of different types of games. And so we've put an array of sensors into the lighter that not only has IR, but it also has a Bluetooth connectivity to the phone and an accelerometers and other sensors that you can program for different games. And so you can play games with just this, and we also have a receiver called the LytePuck, or you can add in peripherals. So that is, yes, that is our commercial gun, and as well as you can use our 3D print files and print your own.
Oh, how cool.
Or you can design your own and upload them and sell them through our site. And so that is a peripheral you would use with, for example, our first game called Assassin. In our second game, it's called Besiege. You're either a warrior, a wizard, or a ranger. So in that case, you're using, if you're a wizard, for example, you're leveraging the IR that's in here, the infrared, and I'm sorry, you're leveraging the accelerometer, which it knows your hand gesture. Based on the way you move, it knows, for example, what spell you're trying to cast. And if you're a warrior, it's using the proximity halo of Bluetooth to connect for a melee hit. So depending on the games that you're creating, where you're able to go outside and do all of that interactive gaming that's relayed instantaneously via the cloud.
So is it kind of like a two-person game? Is it a group game?
It can be as many as you want. And it can be, we have games that are two-people games, and then we have others that are full teams that, like in Besieged, you can have as many teams as you want and players on the team. Oh,
cool. So, I mean, I haven't heard of anything like this, but obviously you're in this industry, so you may know. But what makes you guys different than others' products that may be similar to this?
Sure. So there are kind of simple devices that exist where just simple plastic where people are able to attach their phone to it. The difference is we've created an entirely open source platform that wirelessly connects back to your device. A lot of these you would connect via wire through the microphone.
Oh, got it.
But more importantly, most of these are single game, where ours is a full platform and it's open so people can develop their own. In addition, kind of the big separator for us is it's live action gaming, but you're also able to add another component to this, which is augmented reality glasses. And so besides seeing augmented reality characters on your phone, if you want, you're able to use you probably just saw that Microsoft launched theirs. We are also working with Epson. Any of those glasses our platform will run on. And so in there, you'll see in real time whatever health stat, whether it's your inventory, depending on the game that you're in, your shield, whatever it is. So now you're in the game, and all that information is in real time in your glasses.
And do I see like where people may be as well?
Exactly. So in Assassin, for example, you'll see a compass that is literally moving as you're moving your head, and it tells you distance to target and the direction of your target.
That's cool. That kind of reminds me of the game Halo.
Exactly. Well,
but in real life.
Yeah. No, it's funny, and even taking that a little further, because it's open source hardware. Similar to Call of Duty, you're actually able to bring in drones and physical drones that you can use to take out your opponents. But there's a whole array of other peripherals that we're going to be creating, like digital claymores and IR grenades. Sphero is a company that has a little robotic ball that you can drive around, and we've been talking to them about putting IR sensors in it, and you roll it into a room and it detonates as a grenade. Things like that, you starting to connect devices that people have from other platforms into ours as part of the games.
Cool. And how long have you guys been around?
About 18 months. 18
months, wow. And you've got all this already.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges that you've seen growing this?
So it's really been, as a startup, connecting into kind of finding the right resources. Particularly for us, we have a hardware component, we have an app component, we have a platform component, and so finding the talent, which we've been able to connect to, and it's been great being here in Chicago because there's some terrific people who've helped us build it out. But I think that connecting with that and really navigating through kind of that startup process and that learning curve.
And then one other question that I also want to ask you is, who's your target market? So who do you kind of see using this product? And then also, who are you selling it to?
Sure. So right now, one of the biggest live action games that's out there is a thing called Humans vs. Zombies. It's on about 850 college campuses, and those games are played well over 100 people at a time. And so those type of games are played with either squirt guns or Nerf guns or things like that. What we've done is we've digitized that type of gaming. But you've probably also heard of maybe cosplay, which is now becoming more popular with TV shows and conventions and the like. And LARPers, and there's a whole segment that is really emerging, from the cyberpunk to the steampunk to a lot of people that are interested in creating kind of their own interactive experiences. So that besides having parents come up and tell us they're excited about some of the features of our platform. For example, you're able to set the geo boundaries of a game on your phone, and so the hardware doesn't work outside of that. So we've had some parents say, it's going to be great, I'm going to be able to LoJack my kid, and they won't be able to go out of the neighborhood.
There you go. And they're outside instead of sitting inside in front of a TV.
And that was the impetus for the whole thing, that I have two kids and kind of stuck on iPhones and iPads, and I thought back to being younger, playing freeze tag and Ghost in the Graveyard and everything else.
Yes.
Yeah, and so the idea was, no matter how old you are, whether you're a kid or you're an adult, how could we leverage all the digital features and the internet and the cloud and go back and really get back outside?
And so kind of moving away from the game and more onto you, what drove you to become an entrepreneur versus working for somebody else?
Well, that's a great question, because I had been in the corporate world for quite a few years, and it was more having kind of a vision of trying to pull something off like this, that probably if I had tried to do something like this, not going this route, it would have been a very long time. And so it was stepping off that cliff and taking that risk. But in the same time, it's been a bit of a chaotic experience, but it's also been one of the most fulfilling.
And what's next for you guys?
Well, so we just launched, we were out at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. We received a Design Innovation Award. And we were part of TechCrunch Hardware Battlefield, and we are in the process of working out, finalizing kind of the revisions to the hardware. And we are hoping to make deliveries and be able to sell through e-commerce our hardware and the platform. But you can already get our games at both the iTunes Store and Google Play. And so we're looking forward to getting into people's hands this year.
And so wrapping up, last question. What is that one piece of advice that you would give to our community of entrepreneurs on Meet Advisors?
I would say definitely pursue your dream. And at the same time, I would also say do your homework. And make sure that you know everything that is in store before you jump off that cliff. But like I said, I think it can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life.
And what's your website? Where can people find out more about you?
Sure. So it's LyteShot.com, and on there you'll be able to acquire the hardware, and there's a link to our apps as well.
And is the app LyteShot?
It is Assassin, the game, is the first one. And then we have the two other games that are going to be added this year, Besiege, which is the fantasy RPG game. And then we have a third game that's actually being developed by the guys who created Humans vs. Zombies. It's called Invasion.
Ah, cool.
And it'll be interfacing with augmented reality characters.
Cool. Well, guys, check out LyteShot.com and check out MeetAdvisors.com for more videos and blogs. Thank you.